Hey you, welcome to the Dating Chat, a space designed to help you move beyond assumptions and guesswork so you can date and love with clarity and confidence. I'm your host, T.
Today's guest is someone many people already know, just not in this way. To the world, he is Surreal Neil, the magnetic frontman of Super Diamond, the legendary Neil Diamond tribute band that's been selling out shows across the country since 1993. You've seen him on The Late Show with David Letterman, CNN, Comedy Central, and even at the Hollywood Bowl, twice. His style blends nostalgia with rockstar edge, mixing Neil Diamond classics with the energy of Guns N' Roses and Kiss. But today, you're meeting the man behind the stage. Meet Randy, a San Francisco-based boomer musician with a body of 30-year-old, 6 feet tall, six-pack included, yet the calm presence of a Zen master, and the honesty of someone who's truly done the work. After watching him perform, it's easy to understand why women fall for him so effortlessly. Randy isn't your average dater. He's a living reminder that self-awareness is attractive, and that real connection starts with the relationship we build with ourselves. Here, today, Randy is just Randy. Divorced, self-reflective, and living a life full of rhythm, routine, and real joy. In this episode, we talk about what it's really like to date a fit, seasoned man who is attracted to a woman his own age. We unpack what men actually mean when they say they're not looking, but somehow still open to commitment. We get real about the emotional truth behind wanting kids later in life. And yes, we talk about some of the games men play. Whether you're a single mom, or a woman wondering if good men still exist, or someone navigating midlife dating with intention and a full schedule, this episode is for you. Let's dive in.
Hey, Randy.
Hey, how you doing?
I'm doing great.
Excellent.
I'm so excited to have you here today.
Great to be here. Thank you.
You look ready.
I hope so. I'll do my best.
So, tell us about you.
Well, I am a male who lives in San Francisco.
Good to know.
I am single. I'm divorced. I was with my ex-wife. We were together for 20 years. And
Wow.
I don't know, what's it, 7 years now since the divorce? I'm a musician. And so, I don't really date a lot or anything, but I do like girls.
Just girls, right?
Just girls, Not that there's anything wrong with anything else, but for me, it's just girls. Yeah.
Okay. That's some good information.
I've been around for a while. I was born in the mid-'60s, so I'm a little older, I guess, getting close to senior
You look
citizen.
great for that.
Thank you.
By the way, I want to point out to the audience, Randy has a good sense of style. He looks so good right now with what he's wearing and his hairstyle and everything.
Thank you. Being a musician, I think it kind of makes you try to stay somewhat hip, and living in the city, you don't want to be out of style. I remember in the old days when I remember when bell bottoms were popular, and then I remember when they weren't.
That's fashion.
And then, of course, a little later on, I remember when pants with zippers all over them, cargo pants were popular. And then I remember when they weren't. So I never want to be out of style and be one of those guys that's equivalent to wearing bell bottoms in the 80s,
We get it. Styling is important to you.
Yeah, and being a singer in a band, I feel like it forces me to stay in shape and to try to stay as young as possible. So I don't know, I'm lucky that being in a band, I'm able to have my weekdays free, travel on weekends.
That's so good. Everybody wants to do that.
Go play venues where friends will come to the show. So I get to see friends in Seattle, Portland, LA, wherever we're playing. And then have my weekdays free to just do whatever I want. And I do a little band business.
So where's dating fitting into your schedule?
Well, I'm available on a Wednesday night. Or
Just Wednesday night, huh?
I don't date that often. I try to stay home and work on music projects with most of my free time.
That's incredible. You are passionate about your work and your music.
Yeah, well, music is fun, so it's not like a job. And I do so many different types of things. My band we're out touring, but we're playing Neil Diamond songs. And that's what we've been doing for almost 33 years.
And you're not bored of that?
No, not really. My goal is to always just try to get better. So I never really get bored because I'm always striving to make the show better.
I love it.
So it's great. It's always a party. So I can't complain about that.
You have many friends then?
Many friends?
Yeah. Always a party. Always going somewhere.
Yeah, true. And touring around the country after 33 years, I have a lot of friends all over the country because of people that I've met over those years.
That's so good.
And it's great. And then during the week, I'm usually working on writing and recording my own music, and I'm working on a new album. So I try to spend most of my time at home working on that. Or then I also have a solo lounge act, I like to call it. Not really an act, but I just play the guitar and sing, and I do a lot of old loungy crooner songs from the old days.
Sounds so chilled. All the music. Loungy music?
Yeah, loungy music. So yeah, it's a lot of love songs. It's like a lot of old Andy Williams, Frank Sinatra, Dean Martin.
That sounds romantic.
Yeah, they are very romantic songs. They're beautiful. And I just kind of discovered a lot of this music just a few years ago. And it's never too late to just really get passionate about some old kind of music that's new to me.
So what's your experience about love?
Well, I was in love and then fell out, we divorced.
You were in love with
my ex-wife.
Yeah.
And still love her, and we're still close friends, and she's one of my best friends. So,
wow.
So that's good. We just drifted apart, but our families are still really close. I'm close with her family, and her family's close with mine.
What was her profession, may I ask?
Data scientist.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, Palo Alto Networks, in the Silicon Valley.
Oh, cool.
She's very smart. I'm happy after divorce. I've been happy living alone, and it was kind of weird at first after being together for 20 years. Just being home alone was strange for a little while, and wondering if they're like looking behind me, make sure that, anybody there? But then I got used to it really fast, and now I love living alone. And so I'm not really looking for a relationship, but if there's some perfect person that blindsides me and steals my heart away, then you never know. It could happen.
So you're a romantic then?
I don't know. I didn't say that. But I think some people that I've met seem like they have to have somebody all the time. And I think that's kind of dangerous, because then it's like, well, next in line, who's next? And then there was somebody else.
Yeah, and I think for that type of person, it's never about relationship. It's about they're not good with themselves, right?
Yeah, they're not fulfilled with their life.
Yeah.
They need somebody to fulfill their life.
And it's really hard to have a relationship, successful relationship, to be in that situation.
Yeah, there's so many different people out there. I meet a lot of wonderful, beautiful women who maybe appear to have everything, but still maybe it's not clicking 100%. So I don't know. I'm not going to settle.
You shouldn't.
I'm not going to settle.
No one should be. I love that. So in the past 7 years since you got divorced, have you ever had a relationship, a girlfriend?
Yeah, a few years ago.
One girlfriend?
Yeah, for 6 months.
Oh, did you fall in love?
I don't think so, but just the compatibility was wonderful. Just really got along really well.
Wow.
Not sure that it was love, but just got along really well and still do.
Your friends?
She's one of my best friends, yes.
So you keep your exes as your best friends?
I guess maybe sometimes, yeah. Why not? I think love is better than hate. Choose love.
I love that message. Thank you. So may I ask what led to your breakup, if you were so compatible and got along so well?
Well, sometimes you think maybe somebody's available because maybe it just kind of portrayed that way, but then you find out they're not really available.
Oh.
They still haven't closed out a chapter of their life.
Are you talking about emotional availability, or actually they were not available?
Actually.
Oh, okay. We don't have to dig further on that one now. I'm sorry.
Complicated lifestyles these days.
Yep. Only time will tell. the truth.
Yes. I don't want to be one of those people, have anything to do with being a home wrecker or anything like that, or if you know what I mean.
Yeah. So what did your exes love about you? What did they say to you? Or what would they say to us about you?
How would I know that?
They never tell you that?
How would I know that?
They never tell you, I love how sweet you are. I love how considerate you are.
Well, those words, like, with the ex-wife, I would have heard those kinds of words maybe 20 years ago. That was a long time ago. Can't remember those things. It's probably the typical things. It was probably, oh, I like that you like to sleep in too.
That's what matters to her? You sleeping?
I don't know. There's people that like to get up early and there's people that like to get up late, and sometimes that might be a conflict.
What about your girlfriend you just mentioned that you had a 6 months relationship with? What did she loved about you? Why was she with you, right?
Well, I'm pretty sure that she often said that I'm easygoing.
You are very
I
easygoing.
don't get mad or upset very often.
You're very chilled. I agree on that one.
Yeah.
I believe her, yeah.
Yeah, that's something that I think she says.
What else that mattered to her, that she chose to hang out with you?
Well, I remember one thing about her that I really liked, and I think maybe she liked that about me too, is that if you're out and you're being served at a restaurant, the way you treat the people and the staff at the restaurant and just being kind to them. And
I think if everybody could be kind to everyone, this world would be a better place.
Absolutely. Yes. Yes.
And
love is better than hate. Love is the answer, always.
So after her, how has the dating been for you?
I don't date much.
Only on Wednesday nights, right?
Yeah, Thursday nights are tough because I've got to catch a flight Friday morning. I want to have time to make sure I've packed everything correctly and prepared for the weekend. So, I don't know, Sunday, Monday, Tuesday.
So
they're all good.
Do you are you saying you go out with someone every week?
No, I don't go out very often. I don't date very often. I don't even really go out much at all on like a traditional date. I don't go out to restaurants very much. I like to cook.
So you don't go out to meet people. That's what you're saying.
Right. I don't go out to meet people. But sometimes if you meet somebody while you're out, it could be fun.
Yeah, you're just going with the flow.
Going with the flow. And because I am a musician and I'm always at parties and shows and meeting people, I get that fulfillment at work. I meet people, and so I don't have to really go out to meet people because I meet people while I'm at work at my shows. So I've never been on a dating app or anything. It's easy to meet women.
Wow. How many men can say that?
Being in a band is a great way to meet women. So I know lots of great women, and I just don't want to go out all the time. I don't want to go out and go to restaurants, and I rarely go to movies. But I like to cook dinner. They can come to your
house. You make dinner for them, right?
Yeah, that's
very sweet and intimate.
Fun. And then even though I'm single and I could do that every Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, or Wednesday night, I don't because I won't get any work done. I have a visitor. So I think I have a pretty good balance. I don't get together and cook dinner for a woman that often, but
that's because you haven't met the one who really impressed you. Is that not the reason?
I don't know. I meet and I know some wonderful, beautiful women. But I'm happy being single and living alone. And so if someday, like I mentioned, if Sunday I'm blindsided and all of a sudden I just have to be with somebody all the time, then that could happen. But it could not as well.
Magic is this.
Who knows what's going to happen? But the good thing is I'm happy now and everything's great. So
you're in a good place. I love that.
Yeah. In a different situation, because a lot of guys I know in my circle of friends, some of the same people some of my guy friends who were at that picnic, in the park. A lot of those guys are looking. They're just, I'm looking for my soulmate. That's kind of the normal. A lot of people are like that, So I feel like I'm a little bit different in this situation. I hope it might be interesting. I'm trying to be honest, because it's like after a 20-year relationship, I'm a little shy about just jumping into another. But some people, they go from one relationship right into another, that's probably more common.
Yeah. And also today, so many elements contribute to people's anxieties about being alone. And somehow a lot of people are afraid to be alone and they're scared they will never meet the person. So they're trying to make effort, put themselves out there to meet the person so they don't have to spend the rest of their lives alone.
Yeah. That's just
it's
the
people's
most
dilemmas.
the most basic need that most everybody does. A lot of people meet their soulmate really young, but then a lot of people aren't happy because they just kind of married one of their first people in high school, or something like.
And nothing wrong with that. It's a journey, right? It's a learning experience, learning about yourself and learning about how relationship works.
And of course, when you have a relationship with somebody and then have children, then it's like you have that whole life built around.
So what type of woman do you date? Do you date women with kids, without kids?
I don't have a type, but it seems like because I like women closer to my age, a lot of guys my age, in their 50s or 60s, it seems like they like girls, in their 20s, or it seems like they're always looking for somebody really young. I
think that's called midlife crisis, right?
Yeah. Well, that and cars, like getting a hot rod or something is all part of a midlife crisis for an older man as well. But I like women closer to my own age, and so I tend to date those women. And
what are the reasons to like women around your age?
I'm really nostalgic about pop culture, music, and stuff like that I grew up with. And so when I have something in common and I can talk about old, maybe TV shows we grew up with, or music of the 80s, I was really into during the 80s. I loved all the alternative bands. So when I can talk to a woman about Depeche Mode, The Cure, The Smiths, then it's really fun for me. I love that.
That's very cute. So would you be with someone who is older than you?
Yes, probably if it wasn't too much older, but...
Give us a range.
A range. I don't know. I've seen and met plenty of women who are maybe like 5 years older, who are gorgeous and smart, and I'm attracted to them. So I'd say maybe +5, maybe minus. I could go down to, I don't know, maybe late 30s, but I don't know if I could go down that low. I think 40s, 50s, up to my age, which is 60, is probably the best. And a lot of these women have kids, so they're single moms, and it seems like a pretty good balance because they have their life with kids, so they're certainly not needy. They're not needy. They've got their life, and
yes.
And so for me, it's good because I like my free time, so I'm not looking for somebody to take all my time. So a single mom could be really a great combination.
I love hearing that you're talking about you're attracted to this range of age of women, because I do hear people I know, the women I know I come across, they're in their 50s, 40s. They talk about they don't find themselves to be able to date men around their age, like definitely not younger too, because they do feel that men around their age always looking for somebody 10 years younger. Is that a norm?
I think it is a norm. It seems like a lot of guys that I know really are looking for younger women. And I mean, there's some different reasons as well. Like I know some guys around my age, around the 60-year-old age, who never had kids. And so they're trying to find someone young enough to have a baby with.
And you don't have that problem. You don't. Do you care about babies? Do you want babies?
I would kind of wish that I had a child now. It's something I have been thinking more about the last maybe decade. Because, you get to the point where you start wondering, well, as I start taking family heirlooms from my parents, stuff, old things that were in the family, what am I going to do with them someday? What am I going to do with great-grandma's plate?
You're worrying about her plate?
Yeah, the plate that always comes out at Thanksgiving, or something like that. What am I going to do with all that stuff someday?
Make a baby soon.
There's not a lot of time left, really, when you're 60.
You look so young, I'm sure.
But in
you
20
can
years,
make a
I'll
real
be
good
80.
baby.
And what am I going to do with great-grandma's plate, you know?
You look like 40 to me.
The china. What am I going to do with the china? And what am I going to do with... And who am I going to leave my fortune to? No kids, no nieces, no nephews. My sister didn't have kids as well, so...
Oh.
And I think a lot of guys my age are thinking that. They're thinking they want to have a child. And a lot of them are. I'm seeing guys my age, and even some older, like a year or two older, just starting to, having a kid, just like in the last year.
So many guys in their 60s, they have never had kids before?
Right.
Oh, wow.
Right. And so a lot of guys are my age are feeling that right now. They're feeling they need to have somebody that they can leave their fortune with, however big or small their fortune is. I mean, even if you're just somewhat well off and you're able to like buy a place in San Francisco or something, like you're not like super well off, but you did okay for yourself. And you start thinking, who do I write on my will? Because at this age you start being told, oh, you need to make a will.
So all these men you just mentioned in their 60s, they can just make babies with their wife or their girlfriends, no?
Yeah, well, if their wife or girlfriend is 50 or over, maybe it's harder.
And these men you're talking about...
Still possible.
I'm just super curious about what you just mentioned. These men you're talking about, they chose to have a childless lifestyle with their partner.
Yes. But now they're having regrets.
And the woman cannot have babies anymore.
Right.
So what's going to happen to the relationship?
Some people are getting a surrogate.
I see.
Or they're doing, there's all kinds of medical ways that maybe a 50-something-year-old girlfriend or wife can end up. Some of them have frozen eggs. And so I see that kind of thing happening too.
Okay.
Or not as much. You'd think more people would adopt, but I could adopt. I mean, it's not out of the question.
You still have time, when the ideal woman comes along, you might just have kids with her, right?
Yes.
Yeah.
My ex-wife was wonderful. We never had kids, but there was a couple of times when we kind of tried a little bit, but it didn't happen.
Well, so what do you think about marriage?
I think marriage is great.
I love hearing that.
Of course, there's so many different kinds of people, and I'm just really independent, so I don't need a wife to fulfill me, but I think if I come across the perfect person, as I've mentioned earlier, then it could be wonderful. It could be great.
So you talk about the word perfect like more than 3 times already. So what is the perfect woman mean, and how to define that?
Yeah, well, I think the perfect woman would be someone you just always get each other and you never argue or misunderstand each other and just constantly have to deal with unpleasantness. And then, of course, there has to be electrifying in the bedroom. You have to have a great sex life, and you have to be attracted to them, and so all that. And then a lot of things in common, like favorite bands. It's kind of important to me. So there's so many things. So I've always thought, well, wow, online dating, maybe that would be the best way to, because if online dating can match me up with a woman who likes all the same bands, wow, it's really hard to meet somebody out in the wild, just naturally meeting people, just out in the wild, to meet somebody that loves all the same bands.
That would be the perfect woman?
Well, all the things that I mentioned, if you're attracted, if you have a great sexual relationship, if you get along really well all the time, and you like the same bands and the same, movies and art and stuff like that. If you have the same interests, that would be a great package. That would be a full package. Maybe there's other things that could annoy you, and I don't know, maybe they were a bad driver. Or
if you date an Asian woman. You can put up with that one.
Sometimes you have to make sacrifices. So if everything was perfect, but they're a bad driver, well, maybe I could overlook that. I probably could.
What other stuff can you overlook?
I can't overlook some basic morals.
Just being a good person, right?
Yeah, just being a good person isn't an option. But, a person could be a really good person, but just might not be a great driver. So if it's something like that, you can overlook.
I love your smile. So have you heard of this concept about love language?
Love language? I don't think so. I mean, the language of love, of course, I always hear the terms language and love used. And I've got different ideas. But if there's an actual thing,
Yes, there is.
I don't think I've heard of it. No. So-
Okay, listen to this. And we're going to figure out what your love language is, okay? So there are 5 love languages. It includes physical touch, words of affirmation, quality time, gifts, and acts of service.
Yes, I have recently heard of this.
Oh, cool.
Just recently.
Interesting. From your date?
I don't know. Was it you that told me about it?
No.
Well, let's see. Honestly, I don't think I'm the server, because I know that's one of the categories, right? Someone who loves to serve, like a mother, like my mom is like that, loved to always just be doing something for others. I think I'm a little too selfish, mainly because being a musician, I'm spending most of my time with my guitar, or in my home studio.
Your guitar is your love, huh?
Yeah, so otherwise I'd be out serving people more, doing things for other people.
So here are 2 sides of love language, right? One is what speaks to you. How would your partner express their love that speak to you most, right? Out of 5 languages, and the other way is vice versa. When you are in a relationship, how would you love to express yourself?
Well, I love to cook, and I love to make food.
Acts of service?
Yeah.
That's interesting because you just said you're too selfish to be doing that.
I mean, other than just, we all eat every day, so, I got to cook anyway, so I love to. There's always time to cook and do that for somebody. But some of the basics, yes, I love to.
Would you drive them around?
Driving around, I to an extent. I don't want to do it every day and spend too much time out on the road driving around, but I don't mind. I love giving friends a ride to the airport, no problem, and they do the same for me. When you can give each other a ride to the airport, it's a great exchange for friends to do. But as far as dating,
You don't know your love language?
I don't know. Maybe if you can, you just mentioned all the different categories that are in the language. Can you bring them up one at a time and kind of? It's like I can't remember each category. All those things are important.
Definitely, yeah. Just out your instinct. Which one speak to you the most? You think that matters to you the most. When your partner does that for you and you feel most appreciated. Let me guess. Words of affirmation.
I think quality time and touch. It's just I'm not used to it, so it's just.
Why are you so shy?
That's why I'm talking so slow and soft because I'm shy about talking about dating. I'm not used to talking about it to the world, I'm just a little shy about being so open about physical touch and dating in general. I'm just, a little shy. So
that's cool. You have shared so much information already. See that's, you're trying to be very open. Let's talk about one fun or stupid story of your dating life. You probably have nothing because you don't go on apps. Only apps will offer you a lot of silly dilemmas, annoying situations. That's what people go through today.
I have no idea.
Lucky you.
Yeah. I mean, even for friendships, just meeting people that have a lot of the same interests,
Yeah.
And what better way than online, I guess, because then you're just, meta tags, whatever, with the words that you're putting in. The software will
they could
pull you together with people that like the same bands, and that's pretty cool. I've never done that, but it seems like it'd be a great way to meet people with the same interests.
But you know so many people with same interest already, right?
Oh, with same interest with me?
Yeah. You go on a tour, you go on your show, and you met so many people that come to you, see you because your music, right?
Yeah, but like I said, meeting people naturally out in the wild, it's rare to meet somebody for me to meet a woman who loves Oingo Boingo, who was my favorite band back in the 80s.
They don't have to love everything you love about music to be your partner, do they?
I know, but it's like, if you can find a woman who you find very attractive and who you get along with really well, and you have a great physical relationship, and she loves Oingo Boingo, then wow.
That makes her a 10.
Maybe there is. So, just open your mind to the possibilities that someday you could just meet someone who's going to sweep you off your feet. It's possible.
Oh, that's definitely, of course. And I believe everyone will if they want it and if they believe it.
That's the attitude.
Yes, that
Positive attitude. That's another thing I really like is a positive attitude. The glass is half full and the glass isn't half empty.
I know, right? Yeah.
There's all kinds of people out there.
So that's a red flag, right?
Yes.
Half glass empty.
Yes. Some people like to complain all the time.
So we were talking about what type of woman you would date, like in terms of age range, right? So you were pretty cool about that, and I love it. I'm sure our audiences loved hearing that. And here's another question to follow up is in terms of cultural background, do you have a specific type?
No, I don't.
Wow, you're so cool.
Yeah, I don't have a type when it comes to looks or hair color. You know, some guys do. There's guys that, I've met guys that just...
Or like being Asian, being white, or color.
Mm-hmm.
People have their preferences.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't. You know, one thing I've always wondered, I'm half Portuguese, and then on my mom's side, I'm English, Irish, and French. And I've always wondered, because I'm mainly Portuguese, I've never dated a Portuguese girl, but I've always wondered, would I be extra attracted to a Portuguese girl, or would that be a thing maybe? I don't know. I always wonder that.
Hope you will figure out soon. So this is a question I'm asking on behalf of all the women who is out there, right? What is a sign that shows you like someone a lot? Or, you know, how do you usually show someone you like them?
What is the sign that...
Yeah, if you and I went on a couple of dates,
Mm-hmm.
like I'm not sure if you really like me, right?
All right,
So
right.
actually, but you do. But however, I'm just not aware of it. So what maybe you have done already to me that I'm supposed to know already, but I'm not because I'm a woman, I think differently. Is that when you like someone, you would text them every day, or you would say good morning, good evening every day, or what's the deal there? Girls get confused a lot about like when they go on dates.
I know. And sometimes it's hard to talk about it with people when you're dating, to have a open, honest conversation about where you stand. And so if a guy or a girl hasn't discussed it, what the situation is, then people shouldn't assume. But when somebody, if I really like somebody and want to continue seeing them, then
you would not wait for 3 days to text them after the first date, would you?
3 days. Yeah, the games that we have to play, because if you do too soon...
tell us about the games that men play, please.
Yeah, I know that there's games, because I've seen the videos that have been in my Instagram feed sometimes where it's some experts on dating and they're telling the guys, don't ever
Oh my!
call, right away. And the
No
movie
way.
the movie Swingers is, if you've ever seen that movie, there's a part where the guy meets a girl and they get along great, and then he's not going to call her that night, but
What?
then he ends up calling her, and then he ends up calling again, and then he just ruins it.
What?
It's a classic scene in the movie Swingers.
If a guy do not contact me right away the same day that we went on date, I just assume he's not that interested. So that's me.
Wow. So everybody's got their little thing, and that's why it's such a game between men and women. And
If a
lot
guy
of games.
if a guy likes me, like really like me, but he did not text me on the same day, right? After the first date, that clearly shows me he's up to something, right? Either playing games, or he's not confident of reaching out, or he's thinking diversifying his risk.
he could be not confident, and he could also be not wanting you to think that he's love bombing, being too
Just
forward,
telling me that
too forward and too aggressive,
by telling me he want to see me again for a second date.
playing hard to get, trying to get you to want him more, because if somebody doesn't contact you, maybe then that's the games that we do. And I consciously, I admit, am always playing those games. And I'm waiting and I don't want to like text too soon. And yeah, I play those games too. It's hard not to because I don't want to come on too strong. So I want to wait. And then how long you wait, I don't know. It seems like 3 to 5 days seems good to me, but you say that's way too long. So sometimes we're our own worst enemy by thinking we're trying to do the right thing by waiting, but then the other person wanted someone to reach out earlier. So sometimes we're our own worst enemies by choosing to do the wrong thing.
Because you actually want to reach out.
Yes.
So the thing is, okay, everybody's on their phone every day, if not like every few minutes at least, or if not every minute, right? So we know, women know, man is on their phone. They're not replying, right? They're not saying anything. There's something's going on. It's not straightforward, obviously. It's like, what game you're trying to play? Come on.
Yeah. And of course, when somebody first meet, they don't know what the other person is like, if they're even interested.
So that's what you are concerned of. That's what men do those things is because they're concerned that women may not be interested in them.
Yes. And rejection is a hard thing too.
I see. So it is about rejection then.
A lot of times, yes.
You don't strike me as someone who is afraid of to be rejected.
Oh, well.
Are you?
I wouldn't say it's not my thing, but that can happen.
And so
sure,
what?
it can happen. It happens.
No
it
big
happens.
deal, right?
I'm not going to say it can happen. It has happened. Yeah, I have the fear of rejection as well. Just
you
like
do?
Probably most people do. Yes.
Most men, really?
Except maybe really arrogant men who.
Yeah. They just covered up.
Yeah. Some of those types.
Thank
we've
you
seen
so
them.
much for just being honest about it. So here is the ultimate question to you. Really be helpful for our female audiences to get more clear message or more transparent information here about what does a guy do after first date, right? That shows he is actually interested. How would we know that this guy is interested or he's not interested because all these games? What can you say about that?
Would be a swift text, I guess. I mean, does anybody call anymore? Probably not.
No, people don't call anymore.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's super lame.
So yeah, I think prompt texting is a good thing. You can avoid playing games. A lot of us do. A lot of people do. I guess.
So in this scenario, in this dynamic today, right? People play game, people don't play game. We don't know who is playing game, who is not, right? So
right. You're getting to know them. People hide. People can be somebody else. So like as you're getting to know them, sometimes you don't see the real them right away. It takes a while.
It does take time. That's definitely, yeah.
So that's one thing I'm always thinking about. Are you seeing the real them? Or are they trying to be a different person? If there's something about them that isn't good, and they're just trying to. So as you're getting to know somebody, you're trying to see the real them. If they're suppressing the real them a little bit.
Yeah, that's why you go on dates, right? Get to know each other. Yeah. So how do you really show someone you're interested after you meet them? What are the signs I would know after our first date that I knew you like me?
I think just quick responses and reaching out and setting up another date, getting together again. That's the thing when you're getting to know somebody and you're just starting to date. So you might be extremely attracted to somebody, but you don't know if you're going to be able to get along. So I think it's important to take your time. And I've heard the term love bomb recently. I've never heard it before, but like that's somebody who's just coming in way too fast, way too hot.
Yeah.
And
No
that's
good.
a big turnoff for people.
Totally. It's crazy. Yeah.
So there's a balance between the love bomber and maybe the person who is really interested, but maybe playing the game just to make sure that the person doesn't think that they're desperate and they're too aggressive and too into the person. Because it seems like when somebody really falls in love with somebody and then you say, I love you too fast, and then that person is done with you because you said, I love you too fast, then it's like, "Oh, never say that again." And so then you're playing games the next time you meet somebody you really like, and you're waiting 5 days to text them back. And it's just that balance between being a love bomber and playing too many games, or if you're just seriously not interested. And just getting to know somebody is another thing. You could be really attracted to somebody, but you're not sure exactly who they are, if you're going to always get along really well, or if there's going to start being friction and somebody's always
You're
complaining
just like
about you.
playing safe and step by step, like getting to know the person and feeling comfortable of like being more direct.
Yes.
Yeah, I understand that.
Because once you get into the part where somebody you're texting every day and then you start dating.
Because you do want text every day, right? That's part of like romance and love, right?
Yes.
Connection.
But then if you start dating a lot, and then maybe something about that person starts to annoy you, and then you realize, well, I'm really attracted to her, but this part about her personality, I don't know if I could deal with that. But once you've already like started texting every day, then you got to do like a breakup. It's just kind of in my nature in the beginning to take it really slow and get to know somebody.
It's being cautious.
Yeah. And so texting every day wouldn't be cautious. That would be, I don't want to say love bombing, jumping in too fast.
So for us girls, then it's really hard to know right away after first date whether this guy's really genuinely interested or not. Because from those experiences people go through, they might be like holding back and so-called playing games, right, to protect themselves. So you're saying that the best thing the girls can do is just not to think too much and go with the flow and see how it evolves into second date or third date.
Yes. But when I say like I have played games, I mean mainly with just how long you're texting somebody. I don't like to get into deep games, like anything else other than that, just maybe
You're just being
maybe
innocent.
time on texting. But other than that, I'm not a big game player. So if there's someone I like, I'm not going to disappear for a week, But I don't want to ever have to be texting someone every day.
That's
So
too much
that's
after
just-
first date. I agree.
That's just me,
That's
So
a little bit
that's-
aggressive and eagerness, right? It's like, oh, I cannot live without you now, girl.
Yeah. But every 2 or 3 days, I think for something that's not serious is a good balance for me.
Cool.
So that's where I am, and
Cool.
I know it's different for everyone, but for me, that's where I like to be in touch every few days, 2 or 3 days, and it's all good. And if something can develop from that, and it is possible for someone who I'm texting every 2 or 3 days to turn into something more, because I like to take my time. Where I'm at in life right now, I like to take my time and really get to know someone. And so maybe someone I'm dating now could turn into something more. It is possible.
Cool.
So be honest, everyone, and don't lie about what you want. Some guys will say, I want to have kids, and the girl's thinking, okay, he wants to have kids with me. And I've heard guys say that before. So just stay away from lying, be honest, and keep games to a minimal.
I love
Thanks
that.
for having me.
Thank you so much, Randy.
So, what did you think of Randy? The attractive, well-known musician who is also a truth teller, who says he's not looking, but might just be the most emotionally available man you will ever meet? What makes Randy's story so refreshing isn't just his looks or lifestyle. It's the unapologetic clarity he brings to dating. And his philosophy reminds us that love doesn't come from chasing or forcing. It comes from becoming. Becoming the kind of person who knows what they want, who's down to work, who's honest with themselves and others. Here are today's key takeaways. Number 1, self-awareness is the real sexy. His honesty about his needs, boundaries, and lifestyle is a reminder that emotional clarity is hot. Number 2, you can be fulfilled while still waiting for love. Randy's not out looking, but he's not closed. He shows us what it looks like to enjoy your own life and leave space for the right person. Number 3, love starts with self-respect. He's not playing games. He knows his worth. And he seeks someone who meets him where he is, emotionally and energetically. Number 4, being a kind person. Randy jokes about being selfish, but what shines through is his respect for people, preference for peace, and a belief in kindness as a non-negotiable. Number 5, if you're in your 50s or 60s and living with confidence and wisdom, there are men like Randy who are genuinely looking for someone like you. If Randy's story resonated with you, if you're curious, inspired, or maybe even a little smitten, and you fit his criteria of the perfect woman who is charming, kind, grounded, and self-aware, you should always just drop by his launch show at the White Rabbit in San Francisco and introduce yourself. That's what Randy suggested. He said, that'd be nice. The next one is on 18th of February. If you enjoyed this conversation, hit subscribe, leave a review, and share it with someone who might need a little dating inspiration, or someone who needs to know that hot, well-achieved, interesting, and emotionally available men do still exist. If this episode brought you value, you're welcome to take me out for a virtual coffee at buymeacoffee.com/thedatingchat. It helps keep the mics on, and I truly appreciate the support. We also share short and fun content on Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube. I'd love to see you there too. If you or someone amazing you know would be a great guest for this show, you can find the application link in the show notes. That's it for now. This is The Dating Chat. I'm T. Until next time, keep showing up, stay kind, stay curious, and never settle for less than the love you truly deserve.